Hey, what's up everyone, Bubblekings here, and today we're going to be talking about the recent changes to Paladins. So, mainly we're going to focus on the payment changes and the Radiant chest skins. Let's start off with the payment changes. So if you haven't heard, they're now changing the way they're going to make the game. Before they were going to focus on a small range of champions and lots of cards, but now they decided to go for lots of characters and less cards. So what this basically means is they changed from all the champions being free to now you have to purchase champions with gold. And they're going to have like a free rotation of characters. I think it's 7 free characters per week, and it's going to change. Obviously, similar to, other free-to-play games that have this sort of system. So this is obviously a very business decision. They also thought they wouldn't make enough money back creating skins and mounts, which is a bit unfortunate. I would have thought that if they made the game very accessible by having the cards easy to get, which it was last patch, you have to admit, it's kind of expected that they made this change actually, because it was really easy to get all the cards. However, that did make the game very accessible, so a lot more people could just come in the game, try it out, join the community, and become a part of the player base. But yeah, it looks like they just thought they weren't going to make enough off the skins and mounts, so they've changed it, so now you have to buy champions as well. So yeah, having to collect cards and champions, this is obviously going to increase the barrier to entry. It's very similar to systems like League of Legends with the champions and runes. It makes it very hard for new players to compete, as they are already at a disadvantage in champ select, because they can't perfectly counterpick the enemy comp because they're missing certain characters, but they're also disadvantaged in game, where League they're disadvantaged through the rune system, and in Paladins they're going to be disadvantaged with the card system, as you still have to collect the cards, and if you don't have the optimal deck, you're going to play worse than the other character as the optimal deck. I hope they change this a bit, because the league system's really, really terrible at the moment. Like, at the start of a game, yeah, it's not too bad, when there's only like 30 champions, and it's not too bad trying to get them all. You can just play a bit, and you'll just end up, slowly getting more and more. But now, when there's like, 100 and something champions in the league, it's just, the barrier to entry is just insane in that game. And I'm a bit worried that a similar thing is going to happen to Paladins in the future, where they're bringing out more champions, slowly building up the cards for all these champions, and it's just going to be too much. Like, especially with the randomness in getting the cards, you can't select what cards you want. You only can select like legendary, epic, or rare, or uncommon. You can select the rarity, but you can't select what card you specifically want. So as they introduce more and more cards, it's going to be harder to get the optimal deck, and it's just going to force you to invest more into a certain character, which makes it harder to get more characters, which disadvantages you in other ways, such as champion select, as I said before. So yeah, I really hope they change one thing or another, like either make it you can get the cards for free or something. I'm not too sure what they're going to do. But yeah, I think they do need to make a change there to make it easier, especially later in this game's lifespan, to get into the game, because otherwise eventually the game's just going to die out. However, I would like to compliment them on giving away all the current and future champions with the Founders Pack. So, if you don't know, they have a similar pack in Smite, and I gotta say, this is one of the best value packs in any free-to-play game, besides games like, Valve with their Dota and stuff, which basically has everything for free besides cosmetics. Yeah, so I think this is like a really good deal, and I hope they come out with a similar pack for cards if they aren't going to change the way they work currently. Like, if they brought out this a similar bundle for cards as the Champions one, and say they combined cost is like, $40 or something, practically, the price of a full game, I think that would be a pretty good deal. You can still make and buy skins later on, so like as you're developing more content, they buy skins, which, obviously they can make money there, similar to like Overwatch is doing. I think you can buy boxes in that game eventually to get the skins and stuff, the cosmetics. So I think, yeah, if they made a card pack which gave you all the cards, I think a lot of people would buy. $20 for the champions with the founders, $20 for the cards. I think it would be, a really, really good deal, and a lot of people would end up playing the game for that value. Like $40 for a whole game is pretty good. So overall, I think this is a not too bad of a change if you're a person that likes to spend a bit of money on the game. You know, if you're going to spend $40 on the game anyway, I think this really benefits you because now you can just get all the champions. And if they introduce like a card pack, like I said, you could get all the cards, so you practically can get the whole game besides the cosmetics for a lot cheaper than you would be able to without the packs. But if you're a free to play player, I think this really screws you over. Like, it's going to take forever to get everything in this game, especially with the amount of gold that the characters are going to cost. I think they said like 7 to 10k or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but I remember it being extremely high and taking, I think it's like a month or something to get a character. I don't know. I don't know how they, I don't know how free to play players are going to do, but it doesn't look good for them. So now let's talk about the Radiant chest skin. So if you don't know, in the latest patch, they brought out actual skins for the character. So before we had weapon skins, which you could buy with gold in the game. Now we have actual skins, which you have to purchase Radiant chests to get. So this doesn't seem too bad when you think about it. Okay, yeah, you have to pay real money to get skins. At the same time, you can get cards if you want in gold. So that doesn't seem too bad. However, there was a comment by a high-res member that the drop rate of skins in this chest is 1% per item in the chest. So that means you have 1% chances to get a skin per chest. So obviously this is just a stupidly low chance to get a skin. Especially a random skin. It's just, I don't understand. So people who have worked out the average cost to get a skin, it takes around $20 to just get one skin, which is just ridiculous on average. So since it's the average, someone could spend $100 and not get a skin, or someone else could spend $5 and get 2 skins. It's like, it's just such an unfair system. It's ridiculous. I don't know what they were thinking. Like, it reminds me a lot of gambling, actually. Like, lots of people get screwed over. However, there are some big winners who are going to get, like 4 or 5 skins in like free chests or something like that. But the overall winners is just going to be high-res because people are just going to purchase so many chests trying to get the specific skin they want. It's just ridiculous. I don't understand what they were going to, like, what people are going to do now. Like, are you just going to keep purchasing chests until you get the skin you want? Like, why can't they just let us choose the skin and pay for it with gems? It's not that hard. Like, other games do it. It just, why do we need so many random elements in this game? I don't understand. Like, craft a random card, random weapon skin, get a random chance of getting a random skin. It's like, why do we need so much randomness? Like, just let me choose. Oh man, it's so frustrating. Anyway, like, if you compare it to similar games, like if you compare it to Overwatch, okay, for $60, sorry, you have, on average, you're gonna get free skins. Okay, so on average, when you spend $60, you're gonna get free skins in Paladins. That's the price of Overwatch. Like, what the hell? Who's gonna spend $60 to get free skins when you can pay $60, get Overwatch, and multiple skins for free in the game just by playing? You can't get the Paladin skins in the game for free by playing. You can get the weapon skins, but I don't think there's currently a way to get the actual character skins in the game without actually paying. Like, I don't know. They have to put in, either they put in a way to get it in game for free, just by like, buying chests with gold or something, or they just let you buy the skins with with gems. Like, I don't care if you make the skins $10, someone will buy them, but just let the person choose the skin. It's just, I don't understand. Hi-Res is very strange. They do some really good stuff with like the god packs and stuff, and then they do stuff like this which just completely screws over the consumer. It just makes no sense. I don't know what they're doing. So yeah, overall, I just don't like the way they're giving out these skins. I just wish you could just choose them. Anyway, guys, so that's my thoughts on the recent changes to Paladins. I'm interested to hear what you think. I know a lot of people were commenting on the Reddit forums about it, and it was kind of interesting to see what people thought about it. A lot of people were against it. However, once they announced the champion pack, a lot of people, sort of switched over, which I agree with. I saw the same. I thought it was pretty bad until they announced they were having a similar pack to the God pack in Smite. However, I still think there's a lot of changes they need to do to the system to get into a good spot. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.